Welcome back to the channel, Destructive News. No matter how destructive, let's take a look. We've got a Wilmington, Delaware, and for a lot of my followers, Wilmington, Delaware sits in a special place in your heads and your heart. But we're going to take a look at a shooting that happened on 4th of July. I apologize for my voice and the lack of videos. I'm kind of getting over COVID, but doing well, drinking plenty of liquids, getting plenty of rest. That's all we can do. It's inevitable. Let's take a look.
And developing tonight, 2 young boys shot in Wilmington after a barbecue and fireworks show, but thankfully they're expected to be okay. Our Kelly Rule has the latest on the investigation.
Family members tell me the 6- and 7-year-old boys are cousins. One is now home from the hospital recovering. The other just had a surgery today. They tell me they were outside after enjoying a free barbecue.
All right, so free barbecue. You know what happens when things are free in the community. And when I say community, I'm talking about the black community. Vampires will come out to prey when there's free food, liquor, and beer. Let's take a look.
Community fireworks show when someone drove by and started shooting.
It was a good turnout.
Free food signs still on display Monday.
It was a good turnout. 2 kids were shot, sir.
Remnants of a barbecue.
Look, Heinekens. We was in the park drinking Heinekens and stuff. Look, liquor. I feel like the news network kind of does this. A lot of news networks, not all news networks, but a lot of news networks, they kind of look for the humor in the art. They use their art to display like just the silliness. They look at the garbage can and you see more liquor bottles and beer bottles than you see just bottles of water. So I feel like they did that role to kind of prove a point without proving the point.
Q and 4th of July party.
Look at all the trash on the ground. Look, natural ice. This is some of the cheapest liquor you could, the cheapest beer on the face of the earth. They got it though. It's just sad, man. It's just so obvious.
Free to the community, according to organizer Brian Williamson. A positive event.
Look at the poster, bro. Look. Low effort advertising right there. Free food today. All right.
Positive event, but the day ended with a tragedy.
There was no negative attitude, the whole day yesterday.
Are you serious? There was no negative attitude in their community the whole day yesterday. I find that hard to believe, sir.
Everything was fun and positive, so that's crazy.
Not really.
Wilmington police say someone shot 2 children just after 12:15 a.m. on North Pine Street near East 24th Street. The boys only 6 and 7 years old. Cousins, according to family members. It happened right across the street from a park and in an area bustling with children.
Of course it's bustling with children. It's also bustling with public assistance.
Councilwoman Xanthia Oliver, a friend of the family, says people were starting to clean and pack up.
They were? I highly doubt that they were cleaning and packing up.
When someone drove by and started shooting.
Just like a spray of bullets and 2 kids, cousins sitting out there playing right on the step.
Xanthia Oliver, I bet she's an advocate for gun control.
Basically going back in the house. And I just think it's sad. That's occurring all over.
No, not really. It's occurring in your communities.
Shame that it was 2 children that, were the victim of something they probably didn't even have anything to do with.
So the problem is not that there's these drive-by shootings and these community gatherings, but it's the sad thing is that it was children. So they're not mad that there was a shooting because that's completely normal and accepted in these communities. The problem is that children were hit. So you just really focus in on the things that the leaders of these communities are saying. And notice the leaders of these communities are typically women.
Police would not comment on a potential motive, but for some neighbors, it's too close to home.
It could have been anybody's, child, relative. I don't even.
Not really.
Want to let her walk by herself.
It's funny. There's a shooting in at a park with children where 2 children got hit, and it's a laughing matter. It's a joke because it happens every day.
Half the time, even to the park. because you just never know. And it's a shame that you can't.
No, you don't. You do know. That's the thing. You try to sell this falsehood that this is a rare event and that it can happen to anyone, anywhere, yet time and time again, it happens to you.
Can't do that.
Wilmington police said today they are not releasing any other information as their investigation is active and ongoing, but they do want anybody with information to come forward and call them.
Hey, we're not going to tell you what's going on, but hey, give us a call and tell us what's going on. Wilmington police, everybody. Now, let's take a look. This is 24th and Pine Street. Let's take a look. Let's just run around the neighborhood real quick. So you got the park here. This is the park where it happened. You've got 24th and Pine. This is pretty much the area where the shooting took place. So let's back out here and see where we are. Wilmington. We're not super far from Philadelphia. So I'm sure a lot of criminals, fly back and forth between these two metros, if you want to call them metros. But let's drop in and let's take a look at the bustling, glowing community. So that doesn't look too bad. Brick sidewalks, very common in the region here. Delaware, Pennsylvania region. You'll see a lot of brick sidewalks and roads. Look at these houses. They're really, really close together. They don't even... Some of these units are just kind of glued together, it seems. But we're going to take a look. What's this? It's the liquor store. You got guys just walking, hanging out on the corners. Just hanging out across the street from the liquor store. Just hanging out. Maybe it's the morning. Maybe they're waiting for a school bus, but I highly doubt it. Ooh, the quality of that image. All right. So just hanging out. More guys just hanging out. Hanging out. Traffic in and out of the High Spirits liquor store here. I'm sure this is a hot area right here. I'm sure a lot of stuff goes on here. Well, let me go down that street. Let's go down this street here. Lots of trash. I would hate to have to park my vehicle on the street like that. Just looking at the community, seeing what it looks like. A lot of guys just kind of hanging out. You're just hanging out, leaning up against a car. It tells the story, though. It definitely does. What's going on down here? This is just what, Google's catching. There's a lot of foot traffic on these streets for sure. I don't know what's going on here. That looks shady as hell. Not gonna lie. Got two pit bulls hanging out the dam. Look, if that don't look shady, I don't know what doesn't. Hanging out, they look like prostitutes. I haven't seen any police cruisers. Ooh. That looked like it used to be a house. What the hell is that? Yikes. But if you stuffed a body in there, they wouldn't discover that for a long time. Just abandoned lot here, or what's going on? There's the park. I'm sure there's a lot of shady activity going on in that park too. There's the playground right there. So I bet that they had that event not too far from here. This is 23rd. Active. Interesting. It really does remind you of like Philadelphia area. Those Pennsylvania towns, those old American towns. That all this stuff should have been torn down and rebuilt, honestly. What we got here. Eddie's Market. All this stuff I'm noticing is rated high. It's probably because this is a food desert. There's no place else to get like food from. There's only grocery stores. I'll zoom out and we'll take a look. Maybe we search for some grocery stores. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. It's a newer Challenger. It's weird to see a new, nicer vehicle. I've seen a lot of old, beat down stuff, and guys just hanging out on the stoop of the little market. That's crazy. Still, and like you get different photos, right? And in these different photos, it's the same thing. Vampires hanging out, kicked up in front of the food markets that just sell junk food. They're not selling healthy, good quality meats, fruits, and vegetables. You think these kids are getting that kind of stuff in these markets? No, they're not getting that. Let's see if we can get down here. My man just posted on the block. Posted. Guys, just a lot of guys just in the middle of the day, just hanging out next to cars. Don't have much going on. Oh, we got another liquor store. Got a liquor store down here. Let's take a look. A lot of older junky cars, gas guzzling vehicles. House of Reawakening Minds. Lots of liquor stores, lots of food marts that don't sell food. I don't know what that's about. Excuse me. Wow. Who the heck is that on the hood of that car? Praise to the King Ministries, Inc. And then Best Liquor right there. Okay. Some old timers taking us a picture there. Oh, these row houses, empty lot. Posted on a block. Park Learning Center. Here we go. Just, posted up, hanging out. Sad. Looked like there was a little schoolgirl walking, but it might have been an adult. I think that's an adult. That's not a kid. That purple jacket, yeah, that's an adult. Smoking, lighting up a cigarette or something. State Service Center. There's no grocery stores in this community. Should have been able to come by a grocery store someplace. But no. Skyla City Line right there. Any kind of grocery store. Anything. There's another deli? What is this? Another deli discount. Just, there's no food. There's no place to get food. EBT, of course. What's this? Looks like a state building, yeah. Like the city state building. Subs and steaks, breakfast steak sandwiches. No fresh fruits, vegetables, high quality meats, nothing. Just junk food. Chips. Hope Commission. What's this? Job Corps Center. Okay. Achievement Center. All this stuff, all this government money gets funneled into these organizations. Wilmington Job Corps Center. Look beautiful. Spending millions and tens of millions of dollars on these buildings in these beat down communities with these beat down people. Churches, liquor stores, and government funded stuff everywhere. What's this? Fry corner. Sub shop. There's just nothing here. I don't want to make this video too long, but I really like diving into these areas where these crimes happen, just so that you can get an idea of what they look like. The businesses that are here, their liquor store. This area looks raggedy, but it doesn't look as urban, and we see police presence. So they're rolling by. Another liquor store. So many liquor stores. This is a 3-4. Ooh. Ho ho mart. Guys hanging out. Expensive prices, but negligible selection of wines. Is way too high. Price is way too high. Very reasonable price. People are just kind of saying it's too high. It's not. Friendly cashiers. Inexpensive prices. Crazy. 2 shots in every can. It's this place. Rated pretty high. Oh, how about a yard sale? Quality subs and steaks. Oh, I've had enough with this community. Yeah, you do whatever you can so you don't have to end up in places like this. Food deserts and violent crime and stuff like that. Geno's Pizza, Spaghetti House. Churches, man. Get in that comment section. Let me know what you think and feel. I probably got another couple of days before I'm feeling 100% and get back to normal scheduled programming. But I just wanted to film some videos just so that you guys have some content while I'm recovering. Thank you again. Hit that like, hit that share, and I'll see you on the next one.